Okay guys, I have a treat for you. These are samurai era mon coins. So what do I mean by samurai era? Well, samurai are the feudal lords of Japan, ancient Japan. So they existed since the 15th century. Before that, it was ruled by many tiny little kingdoms. So the first coin ever made in Japan was this coin, called Kaneitsuho, or just Mon coin. So this says National Treasure, and they were made of various metals. The rarest one is silver, but there is very few of them, and extremely unlikely that I will ever come up get my hands on one unless I pay a very good premium. So what's the purpose of this coin? Well, obviously the purpose of any coin is to do trade. So they were made from 1300 to 16th century, and let me show you how most of them look like. Most of them look like this. And this is obviously a nice one. So these are made of copper. They have some tin and lead. And for example, 100 of these would have cost you a hotel room in ancient Japan. 10 of these would buy you a pretty bad, well, an okay sushi. So keep in mind, sushi back in the day was maybe taco size, about as big as my fist. And the value of these was actually in their melt value. Copper back then was quite valuable. In ancient times, it took maybe an hour for somebody to make a coin about this size. By the time of Japanese period, they had some machinery, which they probably were way more efficient, but still, this was used for trade every day. When Japanese got a Shogun, so this is a Shogun era mon. So if you ever buy a set like this from me, you get 3 of these in one Shogun era mon. And these were made from 16th century, and they were demonetized in 1867, 1870. That was the last time these guys were in trade. And the only difference between this is they're exactly the same. There's a little character on right here. So this one is newer. Finally, there were bigger denominations. Most of them were this size. Large values were handled in silver and gold coin. And this is 4 mon, 11 waves. So waves are right here. Waves was another unit they used in trade. And this is a, obviously says National Treasure. Finally, this is downright my favorite coin. Now, the bigger the coin, obviously there's some chance of wear, but this is a very high quality example. So right here you can see a mint mark. It says National Treasure and it says 100 mon. By the way, I believe only 4 or 8 of these fit in this, so no way this was 100 mon. So keep in mind, this coin right here was 1 mon, and the value of it was based on its weight. When this came out, this was a shock to the people. So, for example, the Shogun will come and say, you take this money. It's like, people would say, give me this. And then he says, no, you must take this, or we cut your head off. Well, people were forced to use it, but it was never worth 100 mon. In fact, it was copied and there were a lot of forgeries made. Other Japanese kingdoms, so keep in mind, Japan, unified Japan came of recent, like Satsuma Kingdom, which was another kingdom that existed in Japan, made their own version of this because it was worthwhile to do so. And it's quite hard to get them in this condition because most of them also do look like this. This coin was demonetized in 1957. So these are samurai era coins. Thank you for watching.